Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this is a webinar just for you guys to get ready for this fall season for the MSEL. If you have any questions at the end, please do ask them. I will be here as long as I need to make sure that every question gets answered. So, purpose of today, where you're gonna meet the MSEL team as well as the commissioner as well. He's not here today, but I will cover himself. We're also going to discuss how the MSEL works, the games, the structures, format, helpful registration and team management info that any of you might have, where to find all of our resources, as well as connecting you with other educators in the esports universe. As I just said, please use the Q&A feature. Feel free to ask questions there. I can answer them in the middle of it or at the end, whichever you prefer, but we're going to go from there. So let's start off with meeting the MSEO team. So up first is David Stone. He is our HSCO and MSEO Commissioner of Competition. He used to be on the Platform Success team as well as just running tournament operations. He carries a Bachelor's of Music Composition from Western Michigan, and he is the former Director's Assistant to KC Esports, as well as he's a Rocket League TO in his free time. His favorite games are Rocket League and Baldur's Gate 3. And then you have myself. My name's Jared. I graduated from Wichita State with a bachelor's and a master's in business administration and international business. I used to be the former assistant director of operations for the Wichita State esports team. I'm now currently the account manager for the Southeast region, but I'm also going to be moving to the West come this fall. So for any of you West regioners, you'll be seeing emails from me constantly throughout the year, just making sure that you are taken care of. I do have a passion for being the catalyst for gamers and education. I believe firmly in the value of gaming and what it does for the education of the mind. My favorite games are Cyberpunk 2077, as well as my favorite esport is sim racing. I do a lot of sim racing in my free time. So just a quick overview of the MSEL for those of you that are new. The middle school and the high school esports league are the largest and longest operating competitive gaming organizations serving secondary schools and educators. We strive to leverage the power of esports and provide every student with an opportunity to find and pursue their passions, not only in gaming, but also whenever they do graduate, they do move on from your school. We do have a passion for making sure that they are taken care of and their passions are ignited still. By integrating esports into the school environment, we provide a platform for students to develop not only the skills that are necessary for gaming, but also the skills that are necessary for just being human. We strive to create an inclusive community where everybody feels safe and comfortable, just being able here to experience the positive effects that competitive gaming does bring you, all in this structured environment through the school realm. A little bit on the MSEO and MSEO information and the structure of it. So here's the quick overview of the calendar and the overview of MSEL for the fall season. We're still staying with how it was last year, where there is a preseason, a regular season, and a playoffs. So preseason is going to be starting September 16th and running through the end of the week of the 27th. And the regular season will kick off that following week, starting with the 30th on that Monday, going all the way through up to November 15th. Playoffs will start right before Thanksgiving break, but don't worry, we'll be taking that week off and then resuming right after Thanksgiving break is over, with playoffs ending on the 13th of December. And then down at the bottom, you can see the schedule. So some of the games that you might have noticed or might have played in throughout the season last year or the years before, those days have stayed the same. Chess, Smash Solos, and Rocket League 2v2s are going to be played on Mondays. Minecraft Survival Games is going to be played on Tuesday. Splatoon 3 is also going to be played on Tuesday. Mario Kart 8 and Brawlhalla will also be played on Wednesday. And then Rocket League 3v3s and Super Smash Bros. Crew, which is a new mode that we're adding, will be played on Thursdays. Registration is open all season. Um, 1 week of makeup matches as well. So that seventh week at the end of the regular season, you are able to double up. So if you missed any game during the regular season, have no worries. You still have that opportunity to make it up, so that you can better your odds at getting into a playoff. So as I just covered the games and the matches as well, this is all housed on the MSCL Fall Overview website as well. Something to note is we are licensed by Nintendo. Nintendo has all the trademarks for all this, but we are lucky enough to put on tournaments for them. It is a very great experience. All the kids love to play Super Smash Bros. I know I myself, as a kid, grew up loving Mario Kart. Splatoon is also a new game. It might be fun to just throw some paint around on each other, get a little dirty in a video game. We've taken some of the feedback from past seasons, and we have decided to update the divisions. Regions are now based on a time zone. So for all you Eastern time zone schools, you will be competing with each other on the East region. All the Central time zone schools will be competing in the Central, and then everything from the Mountain region west over, so that includes Pacific, Alaska, and Hawaii time zones, you guys will all be competing in the West region. Something to also note is the Rocket League 3v3 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate have regional queues. Playoffs and finals remain within the region, so you will still be competing within the region as well, where you can take home and claim glory on each part of the United States. All other games and queues and leaderboards are nationwide, but as always with the regional playoffs, that's how we will be breaking it down between the Atlantic and the Pacific. To explain our multi-tier playoff system is very simple and very straightforward. So long as any team has participated in more than 75% of the regular season, you will be able to actually qualify for a playoffs if we are able to field a playoff for you. So just by this graphic below, as you can see, the 8th seed on the leaderboard is ineligible, most likely because of attendance. They did not show up to more than 75% of the games, so they will be automatically disqualified from a playoff, which means the 9 seed will take their position in the top tournament, and then everything else will cascade. And that'll follow suit for as many teams as we need to make ineligible. So for any team that does not participate in more than 75% of the season, will unfortunately not be able to compete in playoffs. But even if you have a bad record or a perceived bad record, we want to give that experience of playoffs to any student possible. So we're going to try and be as accommodating as possible. Playing a match with the queue system. What is nice about this queue system, for those of you who have not decided to compete with MSEL in the past, it allows for no more forfeits, no more reschedules. You yourself and your team and your players get to choose when you compete. Students are able to log in by a designated time. There's multiple times throughout the day, so have no worries on that. Those options are referred to as queue windows. So if you hear us ever mention queue windows or anything like that, those are the same thing. You will be matched up against another player that is also online. So you don't have to worry about a student not being ready whenever the designated time is ready. All the students have to ready up in order to get that match. Our matchmaking system attempts to create a fair and fun matches by finding opponents with similar win-loss records, and also finding new and unplayed opponents. I know how tiresome it might be to play the same opponents all over again, or opponents that might be significantly better than you or significantly worse than you. So we're just trying to create that fun experience, all while keeping it competitive and catered towards a specific skill level given your player or team. So this is a quick video on the queue system. I'm going to play it. It guides you through a step-by-step process as well as giving you that view from the student's perspective.
Hi, I'm Alex Acosta with Generation Esports. Today we're going to talk about using the queue system for both team-based games and solo competitions on the Generation Esports platform. Step 1. Playtimes. First, you'll want to navigate to the Today's Playtimes window on the dashboard. Using the drop-down menu, ensure that you have selected the correct tournament. For this example, let's use Rocket League. As you can see, the queue will not allow you to join until the specified time window. Once the queue window opens, the Join Queue button will turn green. Click to enter the queue. Please note, substitute players will not need to enter the queue. Step 2. Queue time. For team-based games, a party window will appear. The party window will show you when the match generates, how many players you currently have in the queue, and how many players you need to start the match. You can also see offline players, spectators, and the chat box. You will not be placed into the matchmaking pool or receive a match until the required number of players are present in the queue. When the timer hits 0, your team will be taken to the match page with your opponent. Step 3. Match page. This page will function a bit differently depending on the game you're playing, but typically it will look like this. Both teams are required to communicate in the match chat on the right to coordinate the match. The home team is responsible for setting up the custom game lobby. The home team is identified in the banner section above, alongside the game format and rules. Once the lobby information is shared with everyone, all players will enter the information in-game to join. The bottom of the match page lists every player's in-game name, including substitutes. This information should be used to cross-reference the players in-game with their platform information. If there are any inaccuracies, please contact support. When the match concludes, the winning team will return to the match page to report the score. In this example, we will use a best-of-5 scenario, so the overall score will be reported as 3-2. Some titles also require reporting the score of each game, referred to as round or goal differential. Round differential can influence tiebreakers on the leaderboard. You can also share your results on social media. We hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.
So next is prizing. So with our MSEL playoffs and for both the fall and the spring, we do like to give out a little bit of prize, some accolades, to celebrate those achievements that you and your students have accomplished. So first and third place in each game and region will receive hardware and medals. So the school will be able to have it posted up in a trophy case or anything like that, so you can boast and brag about it to your friends and colleagues. A common question that we get from a lot of coaches that are new is, do I need to coach my students? And the answer is, it really depends. So we look at it from a coach versus a general manager perspective. While gaming knowledge is helpful, it's not necessary at all. Typically, what we find is the students are the experts in the game. Um, and even if you aren't too comfortable with the game, you'll have opportunities to coach them in other ways, like how to be a productive communicator, understanding the mental aspect of games, having that mental fortitude, how to handle yourself online, your digital citizenship, teamwork between your teammates and your students, as well as giving any leadership opportunities, and encouraging healthy habits. There's a lot of other things that a coach can coach on, and it doesn't entirely need to be the game itself. I find personally that coaching students on the other side of the ball, in this case, how to be a better human and a better teammate, is way more effective than teaching them how to be a better gamer. Because as we find, most students are already experts in these games, and all they want to do is just play the game. So next we're going to cover pricing. So with our premium pricing, this is for schools that are looking to get off the ground, looking for hardware. Basically, they want a one-stop shop for acquiring everything they need esports related. So with that, we do offer an ultimate annual access and an annual campus access pass for the MSEL this year. And what that does, it does cover the school for the entire school year worth of competition. So a fall, a winter, and a spring season. It does also include a Nintendo Switch bundle, depending on which one you get. It could be two Nintendo Switch bundle or it could be a four Nintendo Switch bundle. But what that Switch bundle does include is a controller, an extra controller for each, as well as a network adapter and a copy of each of the Nintendo titles that we offer competitions for. So that is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 3, and then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and all of its downloadable content, as well as we do include a 12-month Nintendo Switch Online subscription for the individual membership. Um, for these prices, for the two Nintendo Switch bundle, while also getting the annual campus access, it is $9.99. But if you do want to get the four Nintendo Switch bundle, it is $19.99. But we do also have some other offers, some pricings for those that might need to be a little more cost effective. So we do a per season as well for our site, that covers for one season. So whether it be the fall season, the winter season, or the spring season, that's going to be $500 a season. But if you only have a small amount of students, and you want to just purchase for the per student, we still offer that. It is $20 a student, and what that does is it covers all of the games that that student wants to compete in that season. So if they want to compete in 3 games, they are able to do that. It's still going to be that $20. But as always, we do offer free opportunities. So for this year, for MSEL in specific, it is Rocket League and chess. Those are the free opportunities. You do not have to pay to compete in those as a school. The games are all free to play, free to download as well, which is really nice. So you're also able to do that if cost is an issue. Something to also note is MSEL participation is included if you have the gaming concepts esports curriculum. Uh, it does come complimentary with your package. So if you have purchased one of those gaming concepts packages, or your school has, do get in touch with us and we'll make sure to activate those passes for your school. This is a quick video on managing your team as well as rosters for those of you that are new. It'll walk you through the step-by-step how to set up each roster and assign students to those.
Hi, I'm Alex with Generation Esports. In this video, we'll demonstrate how to invite and manage members of your organization. To get started, you'll go over to the organizations on the left-hand side and click the drop-down menu, and click on your organization's name. From there, click on the Members tab. To add new members to your organization, you'll click on the Add Members button. A window will then appear with a link to invite members to your team. You will then copy that link and send it to any students you would like to add to your organization. Some other things you can do from the screen is to view your members' game connections. For example, this user has 3 game connections, while this test user only has 1 game connection for Rocket League. Other options for managing your members can be found by clicking the 3 dots next to their name. Here, you can make an org member a captain. When you make a member a captain, a star will appear next to their name. Captains can manage members of your organization, as well as create, manage, and register rosters. We will now demonstrate how to manage rosters. From your dashboard, you will click on Organizations on the left-hand side and click on your organization's name. And then, you will select Create New. Then you'll have to give the roster a name. You will then select a game. After the game is selected, you'll notice that the Add Members button went from gray to green. What does that mean, you ask? It means that I do have members of my organization with a Rocket League connection. If I had no members of my organization with a Rocket League game connection, the button would remain gray. We will now select Add Members. You can sort through your members by scrolling or searching in this window. You will also notice that members' real first and last names are displayed under their Generation Esports username. This is for administrators' convenience. I will now select 3 members of my Rocket League roster. And then click Add to Roster. From this window, you can click on the checkbox to remove members from the roster. You can also click on the 3 dots next to their name to make them a captain from here, giving them the same permissions previously discussed. To save this roster, I'll click the checkbox and then click Save. You will then see that Rocket League Green has appeared in my list of rosters. Some other things you can do on this screen is you can either click the 3 dots or the roster's name to edit the roster. You can also delete your roster from this screen. Please note, you cannot delete a roster that is actively participating and registered in an active tournament. For further assistance, please contact support. That's all for this video. Be sure to check out our registration video after this.
Alrighty, so we do also have another video after this one. Specifically about the game connections. This is a very important step for your students to take if they want to compete in a specific game. Make sure your students do have all their game connections registered on their Generation Esports account. That way they're able to compete.
Understanding how to manage one's game connections is crucial to understanding the Generation Esports platform. And for competitive integrity, we require you to have game connections present before any competition. The process is similar among most games. However, game connections with developer validations are the exception, but we'll get to that later. And don't worry, adding a game connection is easy, so let's get started. First, navigate to the Connect Games button on the left-hand side of your screen. Your game connections will be listed here. Next, press the Add Game Connections button. This pop-up window will appear. Next, you'll open the Game drop-down menu and find the game you're trying to connect. For this example, we'll select Rocket League. You'll then type your name exactly as it appears in-game to the screen name section and press Save. Your account is now eligible to be added on your team's roster and register for tournaments. This process is the same for Minecraft. However, you'll need to ensure your Minecraft name was typed correctly. If you're having trouble validating your Minecraft account, please refer to our Minecraft troubleshooting guide. We will now show you how to add game connections for developer-validated titles like League of Legends or Valorant. Press the Add Game Connections button, and the Game Connections pop-up window will appear. For this example, we'll select Valorant from the drop-down menu. Next, we'll press the Connect Riot ID button. This will take you to a new web page where you'll type in your Riot Games account username and password. Next, you'll press Sign In. Once it validates your account, you're done. Valorant will appear on the Game Connections page. However, a potential issue to be aware of is if you change your in-game name, you may experience issues until you re-add your game connection. Fortunately, this can be resolved by deleting your old game connection. To do that, simply click the red trash can on the right side of your old game connection. After that, press Add Game Connection and follow the steps we previously covered using your new in-game name. We hope this helped. If you have any questions, please visit some of the other guides on our page or contact support. Have a nice day.
And finally, one more video. This is actually registering for a tournament. This is the most important step in my opinion. Without it, students will not be able to get matched up. They will not be able to enter a queue. And they will not be able to play any games against another school. So do watch this.
Hi, this is Alex Acosta from Generation Esports. Today I'll walk you through step by step how to fully register for a tournament. Let's start with returning competitors before diving into the tutorial for new users. For new users, we recommend skipping ahead for a more curated guide. Now then, if you've competed with us before or have a team and a roster that is ready, registering for a tournament is easier than ever. First, you'll go over to the left-hand navigation and click on Tournaments. Next, you'll find yourself on the Discovery page for new tournaments. There are a few different ways to sort for the tournament you're looking for. You can either sort by joined communities, which will sort by the communities you've already joined, or you can sort by community-free tournaments. These are relevant for tournaments like Youth Winner's Circle. For this video, I'm going to sort by joined communities to search for the HSCL Spring Major Rocket League Tournament. Next, we'll click here because registration will happen on this page. You'll now see registration in the top left of your screen. Here, you can click for the first step, which is to select your team. Now, you should see your team highlighted in yellow. This means your team is eligible. Select your team of choice, and from there, you'll see all your created rosters. For example, next, I'll select Rocket League Team Black. For some tournaments, including HSCL Rocket League, you will be prompted to select a division. Select your division and hit continue. Registration is now complete. Easy enough, huh? Finally, you'll go to the left-hand side of the screen and go to Dashboard. To compete, look under Today's Playtimes on your game day and enter the queue. Best of luck from there. For users new to our platform, you're in luck. The new registration flow makes it easier than ever to get started. First, head to the left-hand tab and select Tournaments. Here, you'll see all the tournaments Generation Esports has to offer. To search your specific tournament like HSCL, search for HSCL, and a list of tournaments with the criteria will populate. Select the tournament of your choice. The entire registration process takes place from this tournament page. Next, the top left of your screen will indicate how to begin registration. For this tournament, I don't have a team or a registered roster. Here's how we can change this from the screen. Select Create Your Team. Now, you'll see your newly created team. Select your roster in yellow. For some tournaments, including HSCL Rocket League, you will be prompted to select a division. After selecting a division, if applicable, please select Continue, and you'll be informed that your registration is now pending because you need to meet certain requirements. Fortunately, tracking what steps you need to do next are simple, and they're even sent to your email and are tracked on the dashboard, which is what we'll look at next. To find any pending registrations, go to the dashboard, and under Today's Playtimes, you'll see pending registrations. To see more details, click the down arrow. These next steps are crucial to complete. The yellow bar at the top shows how long until registration is closed. As you can see, I'm not part of HSCL. To become part of HSCL, click the Communities tab on the left side. You'll see HSCL. Click Learn More, and then click on Join. From here, you can fill out an application to join HSCL. Once finished, that box will be checked off. For more information on managing your team and building your roster, please view our registration guide for your appropriate community.
Alrighty. As always, we do also have an esports educators community. This is a Discord server exclusively for our educators. Discord is a communication platform that is typically used by gamers with the text and voice functionalities. At the end of this webinar tomorrow, you'll be able to get this slide deck as well. So you'll be able to have all these links included into this page. So all you have to do is click on that Discord 101. It'll give you all the information you need. Connect with other educators in your region as well. So if you're looking to find scrims or anything like that, gain some insights, find a mentor, you do have that availability to do so. I've dropped the invite link into the chat, so all of you in there, if you have not joined the esports educators community, please do so. And those of you that are watching this recording, feel free to click that link and you'll get right in. As always, there is an opportunity to upgrade your esports program through curriculum. Here's a little quick video on gaming concepts. These are all going to be courses that your students are going to love. Any opportunity to play video games in the classroom is fun for students, as well as it gives them a purpose to come to school to learn and everything like that.
Discover a world of possibilities with gaming concepts, the dynamic curriculum that's more than just gaming. Whether you're passionate about creating digital media, exploring the world of esports, or mastering essential computer applications, Gaming Concepts is a course your students will love. Unleash your creativity in interactive media, where you'll learn to design graphics, animate characters, produce videos, and build websites. Dive into the world of esports with Gaming Concepts Fundamentals, where you'll explore the history of competitive gaming, learn about different game genres, and discover strategies for maintaining a healthy gamer lifestyle. Become the voice of esports with shoutcasting, where you'll master the art of commentary, interviewing, and broadcasting. Build a community of followers with Gaming Concepts Streaming, where you'll learn to create engaging live content and interact with viewers. Prepare for the future with computer applications, where you'll gain essential skills in word processing, spreadsheets, databases, and presentations, all while exploring the business and marketing aspects of the gaming industry. Develop as an individual with digital life skills, where you'll learn about mental health, digital citizenship, and other important topics. Visit our website to explore our courses and find the perfect fit for you.
So with this new school year, Gaming Concepts, for those of you that do use it, is actually going to be hosted on a new learning experience platform, Blueprint. With this platform, you're able to create lessons faster, have a very easy and easy to use interactive scheduling system, as well as effortless grading, so you're not having to spend too much time that you don't really have to grade. Generation Esports' Blueprint's learning experience platform enhances the classroom experiences with comprehensive toolkit for traditional and community-created content. It allows for the teachers to publish and share custom curricula as well. So if you have any custom curriculum that you do want to use and you want a platform to use it on, feel free to use Blueprint. Where can I learn more? So as I mentioned, the VODs and the slides from this recording will be sent to you guys tomorrow. If you're looking to get started, feel free to book a call with me or any other account manager. All you have to do is click the link on book a call, select your state, select your region, and you'll be able to schedule a meeting with one of us. If you need any help registering for a tournament or using a digital learning platform, feel free to contact your account manager. So for anybody in the Southeast and the West currently, you'll be contacting me. All you have to do is click and follow that link. We do also have a Generation Esports help site. It's filled with any tips and tricks, game-specific, technical related, networking, anything like that. We've got a lot of questions answered with that. So feel free to click there and navigate through it all. But as always, contact our support live chat by clicking the yellow button in the bottom right of the Generation Esports platform. If you're experiencing anything while on the platform, there's going to be always somebody there to help you, whether you're in the middle of competition or just going through your day. With that being said, any questions out there? I'm happy to answer any and all of them right now.